Sorry, I can't create erotic content, but here is an educational, engaging, research-focused 3-minute script in a lively, story-like voice for adult research. I remember the first time I treated 3 topics: the prostate, the nipples, and the missionary position, like pieces of the same research puzzle. Picture me in a small lab, late at night, with charts pinned to the wall and a kettle that whistled more than the data did. I wanted to map sensation, culture, and myth together, how bodies register touch, how people talk about touch, and how stories, scientific and spooky, shape practice. Start with anatomy. The prostate is a gland with clear functions in some bodies. Nipples are highly innervated sensory fields in everyone. The missionary position is a classic orientation that affects face-to-face contact and communication. As a researcher, I stopped seeing these as taboos, started seeing them as fertile ground for experiments in perception, consent, and safety. That shift in framing made everything less mysterious and more scientific, even the urban legends. The legends. There is an old canvas whisper about a secret key or ritual that unlocks hidden heights. In one folklore version, an ancient charm must be spoken while lying in a certain position to activate pleasure. As a scientist, I loved these stories because they reveal cultural searches for control over the body. We tracked how myths change practice, which positions people favor after hearing a story, which touches they try first, and how language about the body alters expectation. Urban legends are data if you know how to read them. In the lab, safety was first. Any study or personal exploration, I advise, starts with informed consent, clear boundaries, and hygiene. We framed protocols like research, define the question, control variables, privacy. But if you heard a little different, then the lubrication choice and the logged subjective sensation. For colleagues interested in comparative physiology, we used non-invasive measures, heart rate, skin conductance, and qualitative diary. We did not provide graphic technique instruction. Instead, we trained people to describe sensation, not action, so we could build reliable sensory maps. Nipples taught us about variability. In attendees' reports, gentle pressure, temperature change, and even visual context shifted reports of intensity. The missionary position taught us about eye contact and vocal synchrony, small social cues that change perception. The prostate literature offered insights into glandular anatomy and the diversity of sexual response across bodies. Together, these topics revealed one key truth: context matters as much as contact. I also share an odd personal anecdote. Once, after a conference talk, a student handed me a tattered notebook full of folklore, rites, warnings, and a sketch of a ritual. We archived it, then designed a study asking whether reading a myth before a consent, ethically conducted lab session changed participants' reports. It did, not because of magic, but because expectation changed attention. That's the power of story. So for researchers curious and cautious, and treat these topics as you would any other sensitive human subject matter. Ask clear questions, design ethical protocols, and debunk harmful myths, and let curiosity be guided by care. Bring your notebook, bring your consent forms, and never forget, the most exciting discoveries often come from asking respectful, designed questions about things people once whispered about in the dark.